Hello and welcome to my Phalaenopsis and Orchids day. They are going to be having a lovely little spa day today and you guys are going to come along with us. So basically, in the past year, I have gone orchid crazy. I've bought all different kinds. I've bought micro orchids, big orchids, lady slipper orchids, all kinds of orchids, and I have just left them in the substrate that they originally came in, and I haven't done anything special to them. Subsequently, I only got one bloom this year, and I have also been taking care of a human full-time, so got to give me some credit where credit is due, that these are still alive, and so is the human. But today I thought that we could give them what they deserve. Some of them have been attacked by the mini human, so it really is a situation where some of these may not pull through, and I'm going to have to be okay with that. But if you too have some plants that you need to repot, some that need a spa day, grab a bev and let's just get this done together. So the only scissors I could find are my sewing scissors, so they really are getting a spa day today. I'm going to start with the worst, and for substrate I'm going to be using a mixture of just regular schmegular orchid bark, and I'm going to mix it in with this bark from Woolies. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it is bark, it's just been like chopped up, I'm not sure. So let's mix up some of that. That is what it's looking like. All right. The sun is like, this one is hanging on by a thread. It was pushing out some new roots, and little baby boy was like, I'm gonna help you get those going and rip them off. You can see that the two leaves are super floppy. I think this is a case for some sphagnum moss. Didn't actually prepare. My gosh, this may be, I know this one actually we're gonna need to take it out of the sphagnum, so let's do a switcheroo on these two. And just rehydrate this a little bit. So, as far as my knowledge goes, orchids are epiphytic plants, which means that in nature, they would be growing along like the bark of a tree or some kind of host plant. So you don't actually want to have them in a super dense substrate, but for something like this where it's more of a rescue mission, I feel that sphagnum is really my only option that I feel comfortable going with. So I'm just going to make sure that the roots are surrounded by the sphagnum so that they can continue to grow. And I'm literally just going to leave it like that. First one done. All right, moving on to the next guy. I'm going to remove all of the substrate from around the roots. And now I wish I could tell you what these colors are, what the names are, the variety. I wish I could tell you anything other than this is an orchid and it produces pretty flowers, but I can't. So I don't even know, like all orchids leaves really look very similar, so I don't even know how we would identify them without them being a flower. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to trim the roots, so anything that's mushy or dry is saying goodbye. And we're just going to quite aggressively, actually, I think this one's quite happy. This is one of the few that I'm looking at and I'm like, wow, you're actually doing well. And I just went and disturbed can see she's also pushing a little baby, a little pup on the side. I think we're going to just pop her right back into her old vessel. And now typically, because orchids are epiphytic plants, they do love their roots to be quite aerated. So I wouldn't normally go in and put it into a closed container like a glass jar, but I don't have another option today. So this is what it's getting. I think I actually just filled up too much on the bottom there. I don't want the roots to be too compacted either. It should be nice and flowy in there. Random question, but since I've started growing orchids, I have found a not so traditional way of appreciating the flowers. But you know how when you buy them at a store, the flowers are staked up, and maybe there's a reason for that. But I have been enjoying just letting them grow the way that they would in nature, so that they're not all stuck up straight. And every time that's happened and I've let it grow like as it would in nature, it flows so much more beautifully, in my opinion, and I just love it. Like, why are we staking orchids? Is there a reason? Someone tell me the reason. Next, I think we're going to take a look at this lady slipper orchid, who is looking quite dehydrated, if I do say so myself. But I put this into sphagnum moss actually a while after I bought it, because the soil that it was in was so compact. It was like rock hard, and I didn't think that that was good for the plants long term either. All right, so it's not looking so bad. I'm going to remove the dead leaves. And actually, I'm just going to pop it into this container that I have here of water and just let it rehydrate. And we'll actually come back to her, because those roots are looking so super duper dry that I am a bit worried actually. All right, let's grab her, because she's definitely asking for some attention. A lot of dry roots going on here. A lot, like definitely more dry roots than there are healthy roots. I don't know if you can see that. So an aggressive trim back here is definitely needed. Oh my gosh, this is bad. And the reason that you don't want to keep any of these like dead roots is because they're just going to rot in whatever substrate you put it in, and that can cause the entire plant to just croak on you. So rather get them gone versus just keep them, because you're scared. But don't worry, I'm still scared. The scaredness never really goes away. I've been growing plants now, well, my whole life actually, with my dad, and whenever I'm chopping back roots like this, I am like petrified. I think I'm going to leave it like that. It's got one long, just got one long healthy one here. Oop, but this is not looking too good at the end there. Chop that off, chop that off, chop that off. Okay. I'm going to remove this lower leaf as well, so that the plant has less to support while it goes through a bit of this shock period where we just cut off most of her leaves. I'm going to cut these stalks off as well, because they are also completely dead. Should I remove this one? No, I'm going to leave it. Alright, and then I'm just going to pick through the substrate and remove any dead roots, although there doesn't seem to be anything more. And I'm going to leave her in the same substrate, because there's no pests or anything going on here, and it is this barky substrate that I'm trying to move everyone over to anyway. Right, and there we go. We have done 3 so far. Ooh, she is looking good and happy in here. I'm not going to disturb this one. Although I see it's got a plug. No, but she looks so happy and healthy. I'm going to leave her. And same goes for this one. Honestly, she's also putting out a new leaf. And I do not want to disturb that new leaf. So I'm just going to top her up with some of this substrate, so that the new roots have something to grow into at the top there. All right. Here we have another rescue mission. This is one of baby boy's favorite plants to help me with. And yeah, there's not much roots left here to save. There are new roots coming in at the top, so those are what we're really going to want to nurture. But these bottom roots are not doing anything for the plant, so they're going to go, as well as this bottom leaf. So you can see those new roots coming in. So this is a lovely candidate for some sphagnum. I see I actually have it in a mix of sphagnum and what looks like soil. So maybe we just give her a bit of a top up of the sphagnum, because these roots are sitting above the soil and we want them to be covered by the sphagnum so they have something to grow into. Just like that. She's also pushing a new leaf. What a warrior, because she literally gets pulled out of her pot at least once a day. That's another problem that we have to fix today, is where we're going to put these all back to keep them out of reach of little wandering baby hands. So difficult, because I also do not want to discourage him from being interested in plants. But my hobby is slowly dying because he just will not leave it alone. All right, this is Oncidium variety. So this is a flower that has like an orchid that has very many flowers, and they smell delicious. I don't know. I'm just going to remove the dead ones and leave the leaves because she's doing well. She could use an up pot now that I'm poking around here, but I'm so scared to repot orchids. You let me know if you know anything about orchids. Have a look at the roots and you let me know, should I increase the size of this one's pot. For now though, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it right there. Okay, let's go back to our lady slipper. Have a look. Yeah, she's going to need a root trim, and so I'm just again cutting off anything that looks suspicious or that comes off by itself, but actually looking amazing. What if, I think we need to swap these, like this needs to come in here. Oh, and then that goes in there. No, I don't know. I should have done some research before starting this video, because I'm just keeping her in this pot that has no drainage, and she hasn't died. Her roots are great. Let's just change the substrate, and I'll keep a very close eye on her to make sure that she is okay. This one also is coming off at the bottom here, so let's help her out to take it off. Is there anything more? Did I miss anything? Yeah, I did. Here's another one. Okay, looks better. There is an orchid nursery near me that I have been waiting to go and visit because I want to take you guys along with me. but has the most amazing varieties of Hoya and orchids. And actually, maybe when my next campaign pays out, I'll treat myself by taking myself there. But there we have it. Now, the only thing left to do is to find this little one a cover pot, because it was in this one, and this one is just a bit too big for it. So it's pulling the leaves upwards and out of the substrate. I'm guessing that's actually what's been happening. These ones are too big to fit in there. Let's go find a pot. All right, I think I found the perfect one for her. Oh, I love this pot as well. All right, is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there is another one there, but she's doing fine, so let's leave her. All right, and then who can I put in here? I love this pot. Anyway, so the other problem we have is that the half of the reason why these plants are in such bad shape, or some of them, is because they're in reach of a toddler. Most of my plants are in reach of a toddler, but it's not much I can do about that. I guess we can look for some space like higher up on these shelves. I'm gonna think about it. Alrighty, let's do some rearranging. So this chair, I'm gonna position it here to hide the prop boxes behind it. So number one, they're not visible because they're ugly. Number two, baby boy can't help himself, so the plant's in there, or at least it'll be less tempting for him. All right, we have some lovely space to work with here. So let's see. Over here we have like very highlight plants, and at the moment I have this mycans that is just getting bleached, and aside from getting bleached, it needs some loving, but I think she can move here. She needs some loving and a pot. So I'm going to put her over here because she's one of the ones that I don't mind if baby gets his hands into a little bit, because like I said, she needs work. What else is a little bit, the highlight stuff needs to stay. I'm going to put this one back into its spot over here. It's a better angle that you guys can see everything that I'm doing between these two shelves. So this orchid is coming up here, and next to her it's going to go her bestie, the lady slipper, because they are always together. I have this orchid also in the front here, not doing badly, had a new leaf in, got it ripped off by a toddler, the usual that goes on in this house. Okay, then the ones that need like extra love and attention, I'm going to put them over here, because although they are in reach, they are out of sight. They're kind of like tucked in behind other plants and he won't notice them as much. So I'm going to put those there. What else? Because I could move something there. But what? But what? I don't know. To make room for... Ooh, what if we did... What is this called again? Philodendron something. And we put her over there, so she kind of like cascades that way. She's also in rehab. A lot of the plants are in rehab. And then I'm going to put this guy up there. And we have a smaller one. Yep. And the smaller one over there. I'm just going to kind of squish them in there. Ah! This lick ball. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to leave these two on the tray over here. And hopefully I can just, I don't know, I don't even have a plan. I should not be leaving them there because they are destined to be pulled out. But What's a girl gonna do? What's a girl got to do? Okay. This pot's also like such an odd shape. I remember that nothing like really fits in it. Okay, I'm just gonna tuck it away at the back there for now, because I'm getting over it. All right. On top of neglecting these orchids all growing season long, this and last year, I never actually fertilized them. So I got some orchid food from Woolies. We're gonna mix this up. So it's 5 ml of food in every 1 liter of water. All right, we're gonna start out with the ones that I've put over here in the more highlight spot. So the lady slipper and this like mini flower one always stay together. They just like each other. And then I have the 2 really like worse for wear ones over here. I do have actually wet moss already, so I'm just going to top them up a smidgen. There are some other plants here that need watering. Oh, okay, she deserves a big drink. Oh no, I just missed water everywhere, but honestly, are you even watering plants if that doesn't happen? Okay. Alrighty, girl. I'm gonna water with the last little bit this Rhaphidophora because it's looking sad. Alrighty, guys, we have made our way to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more cozy, planty, homey, cottagey content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.